Well, guys, so it is Thursday, November 13th. We are getting ready to head to Pennsylvania. Sunday morning at 4 a.m., we're going to leave. We are going to drive to Pennsylvania. We should be up there Sunday evening. We have a hotel already booked from Sunday through Sunday. So we'll be coming home next Sunday, the following Sunday before Thanksgiving. We have had a crazy busy schedule. I'm going to make a video with just some pictures of the house that we are decorating to show you guys how good of a job Kim did. She did amazing for the guy who has the large building that we're interested in renting 6,000 to 7,000 square foot of. He is trying to get us to rent the whole building. Really wants us to buy the building. He loves the vision of turning it into an antique mall. It's 70,000 square feet, so it would be the largest antique mall in the Southeast. The biggest one in the country is in Virginia, 150,000 square feet. So we're going to do some due diligence. I'm going to talk to some friends of mine who used to run antique malls and just see how much really goes into running it. Spaces and stuff like that. We've already got a contractor who would build walls for us. The building's new roof, everything like that. It's very exciting. I'm excited about it. Kim is very weary because even for rent, we're paying $15,000 a month to rent the building. So, but a building of that size for $15,000 a month is a deal. But we would have to get 100 to 150 vendors in just to cover the rent. If we buy the building, the mortgage would be about $8,500 a month to $9,000. So we would need 100 vendors in the building, and I could rent out space, obviously. So very excited. Kind of scary. It's not in a great area, but I think with social media, we could get some influencers in there. We can get some of my other YouTube friends, some of you who make videos, spaces in there, and in exchange, you just come through once a month and, maybe you walk around, you sell some stuff out of the building, you make money, you buy good deals. There'll be new stock coming in and out. I personally will have about 5,000 square feet of retail with items out, and I'll make sure that they're priced good to sell. We've already talked to a coffee shop about going in there as well. So we're in the midst of this. He just got off the phone with me. He's giving another lady until noon tomorrow to decide if she's buying the building. It's $1.5 million. It's not chump change. It is very scary to me. Like, buying a house at 300,000 or 400,000 is really scary. But buying a warehouse building that is going to take upkeep and employees and all the other things is incredibly scary, but it's a big risk, big reward kind of thing. We've already broke it down into, if we filled the entire antique mall at $1.50 a square foot, even with aisles and stuff like that, we would be doing in the neighborhood of $70,000 a month in just rental income. So we're interested. We're getting older. I can't be on the road all the time. I love the building. It's an incredible building. We possibly would sell our home and move into the upstairs. It's been completely renovated, new wiring, new roof, everything like that. But this video is not even about the building. Sorry, I went on this whole tangent. I'm excited about it. Let me flip you guys around and show you what the video is about. Okay, so it's obviously a lovely day here in South Carolina. I showed this a little bit the other day that we went to the flea market. I bought a collection for $1,300 at the flea market. So spending $1,300 at our local flea market is crazy. But the guy was putting all of these books out on his table. One of the other vendors had came over and got me, said he was going to put these out, but he was looking for me first before they did. I don't like people to put stuff out like this, because if they put it out even at $3 a book, 2 for $5, 20 people go through, pick out the best stuff, ruin a bunch of stuff, and then the rest of the stuff is left and is worth less. So I bought the whole collection. I paid $1,300. We are going to bring it all to Whatnot tomorrow. So this video is going to come out today on Thursday the 13th. Is today the 13th?
Yes.
So Thursday the 13th, We will have an auction tomorrow on Friday the 14th and Saturday the 15th from 10 a.m. till noon on Whatnot, where we're going to take all of these comics and we're going to count out 5 books at a time and start them at $5. So $1 a book. There is X-Men, a little bit of Fantastic Four, Justice League, some Superman, but the Avengers run is incredible. So this is all Avengers right here. Back there is West Coast Avengers. This is a mix. I started sorting it a little bit last night when I got home. A little bit of Spider-Man. This group over here is all more out of this collection. You can see old Thors, Neymar, Power of the Atom. There's Bronze Age, lots of 2-in-1s, some more Spider-Man, more 2-in-1s. Lots of Bronze Age in there. Look at the bags that were on what I considered the better books, like the Silver Age books. Look at the bags. Look at the prices, which is even better. Look, from Heroes and Charlotte, $3.50. That had like an Avengers 18 in it. $4, $1.75 for a Neil Adams cover. But look how yellow these bags are, just from age. No bag and board, just bags. So what I did is I took all of those out of the bags and I made a stack of what I considered to be the better stuff. So you guys let me know what you think. Look, she's playing with the puppies. Hello, weirdo. Hi, Destiny. She's super excited about new tennis balls that we found yesterday in the warehouse. Kim will come in and help me finish this video because I'll flip through and show you guys what we got. So obviously you've got early Avengers here, like first origin story of T'Challa, Black Panther, Living Laser. This is another M'Baku, second appearance on that one. We have the first appearance as well. So in this collection, there was it seems to be a really, really good run of Avengers, pretty much from 12 or 13 all the way up into the hundreds. Like I said, I just bagged and boarded mostly the newer stuff. I mean, there's a Kang story. There's a Swordman. There was a Doctor Doom right there. This is a really big book right now. And they're actually on pretty good condition, VG, so 5s, 6s, and up. And then Kim will hold this, and I'll flip through. I'm just going to make... There you go. I don't know how well you can see inside the box.
I can see enough to see the top and the numbers.
Okay, so we got Avengers 63, 64, 67, 66. I haven't put them in numerical order because we are literally going to take these books and those books on the table there, and we're going to mix them in the lots. So we're going to just literally count out 4 books, and then we're going to grab a good book. And then we're going to grab 4 books. And not that those other books, there's other like minor keys in there. There's a lot of $30 and $40 and $50 books over there. But in this box, there's a lot of $50 to $100 books or $500 books. So we're going to mix these into the lots. And what's going to happen is we're going to start every lot at $5 on Whatnot. So you're going to get 5 comics for $5 start, and we're just going to let them bid. And my hope is that we hit about 2,000 in sales. And I will tell you guys, like, I talked to a friend of mine who was interested in Avengers, and I just said, look, make sure you're signed up for Whatnot. This is how we're going to do it. And I sent him some pictures, and he's like, I'll just give you the 2,000 for the Avengers run. And I was like, I don't want to do that because we're building up Whatnot, and it's really important for me to give everybody a chance to know that, like, when we buy, once we get this built up right, when we buy, we are literally going to just run everything, either on Whatnot or on our YouTube auctions. I'm going to skip a couple just to save time, but here's, early 40s, so these are under 50, and you get into 82, 72. There's a bunch of keys, like a bunch of keys. The only one missing is number 57, which there actually was one in the collection, but the guy who came over and got me for the collection is a friend of ours, and he asked if he could have the 57. So for coming and getting me kind of his finder's fee, we gave it to him. This is a big book. This is a nice Star Wars #1. And then if you ever look, you'll see the difference. This is a 35-cent Star Wars #1. It says reprint here. This came in a Marvel bag. So it came with 3 comics. and it was issued a little bit later, like a month and a half or 2 months later than this. Same cover, just different pricing, 30 cents and 35 cents. So this one is more valuable. If this said 35 cents on it and had the square, it would be super rare. This is the second issue from the bag. Here's a second issue of newsstand. These are all newsstand, so really, nice stuff. A lot of Star Wars vintage. There's another number 2. Like 1 through maybe 20 in Star Wars with some duplication. And then we also got a Spider-Woman 1 in the collection. It's got a little curl right here, but no paint break. The Spider-Woman 50 with the photo cover, which is really hard to find. Tales to Astonish 83. A Savage She-Hulk 1, that's a really good book. Fantastic Four, just a 12-center. A little bit newer Spider-Man. Sensational She-Hulk 1. Then you got a few other, older books. Nova 1. Detective 500. There's a few books. I just saw this one. I thought it was cool because it had Doom on the cover, and Doom is a super big character right now. Doom and Gambit are probably your 2 biggest draws that you can find at the moment. Invincible Iron Man 100. That one's really rough. Spectre 1. Vision 1. Fantastic Four with, I think, Iron Man again, or Dr. Doom. And so just a cool cover. Mentions Doomsday. I think that's what they're going to call the new movie that's coming out. So I just pulled it and put it in a bag and board. Some different Justice League, Werewolf by Night, and a 10-cent lighter. So this is what we got. We paid $1,300 at the flea market. Let me know what you guys think. How do you think we did? Do you think we're crazy for putting... We're just going to go through and we're going to grab 4 books from here and 1 book from over there. And that's going to be a lot. I'm actually probably going to have Aiden do it because he knows absolutely nothing about comics. These are all miscellaneous. This is all Avengers. Here's a little bit of Spider-Man. I didn't separate out that other box yet, but all going to come to Whatnot from 10 until noon tomorrow and Saturday. We're going to try to sell through all of this. And then he won't do a comic auction on Sunday because we will be leaving for Pennsylvania. So hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you think. Sorry I rambled a little bit in the beginning of the auction. I'm nervous and excited about the future of what's going to happen because we've been talking about moving to other states and just moving. And this has kind of put that on hold because I don't know, I dreamed about it and just think that there's a way to change our life forever and maybe leave a legacy for the kids. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope everybody had a great Veterans Day. Thank you to all our veterans who have served and given something to the country. We are eternally grateful to you. And, you just know that you do have friends and you do have people that don't know you that understand and that that are grateful for your service. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoy the video. We will have another video coming out hopefully in another week or so, and we will be in Pennsylvania next week. So hope to see you guys then. Comment below and share this out. Thanks, guys.